From inside Rogers Center in downtown Toronto, MLB The Show has interleague action for you this afternoon. It's the Philadelphia Phillies and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch coming your way next. And our starting pitcher here today, Dylan Cease. How about a scouting report on him?
Boog, this guy usually turns in a very good outing. His teammates really enjoy when he's on the mound. Everyone seems to be loose, which can help the offense be a bit more dangerous. So if you look at the opposing lineup, they're hoping he doesn't just settle in. They want to make this an uncomfortable start from the beginning.
And we're off and rolling in Toronto. Comes up empty.
Well, you got to find a way to catch up to that pitch. Perhaps shorten the swing, eliminate the stride. That one came in hot, but right down the middle, you're saying to yourself, how did I miss that pitch? Got to make a quick adjustment.
Here's a 1-2. Swing and a miss, struck him out. All right, let's take a look at the lineup. With an excellent arm on the mound, Singy, this won't be easy. They'll need to take advantage of the opportunities that they do have.
You're right about that, Boog. Odds are they won't have many chances against this guy, but if they can rattle him out of the gates, they'll have a shot. If not, look out. It might be a long day for this offense.
Kyle Schwarber stands in here, takes ball one low. Cease measures 6 feet 2 inches, 200 pounds, and he was a 6th round draft pick back in 2014. Just getting started here in Toronto.
Ball, down.
Foul ball, another 2-2 upcoming. Strike 3, and that's 2 in a row.
Well, that's a pitch, that slider from an opposite-handed pitcher that you usually see very well, but for some reason he didn't pick it up, and it just kind of got into the strike zone late, gave up on it a little bit early.
Fought off foul. And a big swing and a miss.
Good late movement on that sinker right there. It's right where you want to get it to get that swing over the top.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again. Two down, nobody on. Pitch misses. 1-2 to count. Towards first, but it kicks foul. Here's a 1-2. And it's fouled off. They'll do it again. In the air, right field. Barger settles underneath it and makes the grab. And that is that. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. You're watching Major League Baseball on The Show. Back here at Rogers Center and pitching here today, Jesus Luzardo. What do you got on him, Chris?
Well, I'm interested to see how he utilizes his sinker to this lineup, Boog. You know, It's not necessarily his go-to primary pitch, but he does mix it in when he needs it. He's just got to make sure that it's not flat. Otherwise, it's going to get hit hard. So look for him to throw it up there when he needs a big double play, a ground ball, something like that to get out of an inning, change it up for a hitter. Also, get those hitters looking down so that it opens up the top of the strike zone, especially late in an at-bat.
George Springer, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball one. And there's a ball. That misses the zone. Ball three. Fastball for a strike at 95. The 3-1. Right through there for a strike.
And boy, that was the pitch. 3-1. You want to be really aggressive on the fastball.
Sharp grounder. That's through for a base hit. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Batting second.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
The 1-0. Fastball is outside. Springer gets his lead at first. Nobody out. And there's the automatic. Fastball for a strike. And a payoff pitch. Line drive, base hit. Throw back in quickly. First and second now with nobody out.
Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap, and I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. That's a strike across the top of the zone. First and second here, no outs. Out towards right center field. Garcia on the move. Brings it in. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline. Safe at third. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. And immediately pumps in a strike to the left-handed hitter.
The last thing he wants is to hit the ball on the ground, but I wouldn't expect many pitches up in the zone. They'll be pitching for a double play in this spot.
2 on, 1 out. In the air, left field. Can't get there. 1 run will score. Runner around third. Relay throw home. The tag, and he's out. But a run does come in to score.
Well, he just ran through a stop sign right there. Third base coach had both hands up, trying to hold him at the base. He decided to go anyway, and he's out by a lot at the plate. I'm sure the third base coach and the manager are pretty frustrated right now.
Alejandro Kirk will hit next. Close one, doesn't get the call. And that's ball one. Challenge from behind the dish here. Just caught the zone by a whisker, and the call is overturned. They'll keep both their challenges. In the air to left center. Marsh on the move to the gap. Pulls it down, and he makes the catch. We move to the second in Toronto. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the Phillies nothing. Back now in Toronto. On now to the top half of inning number 2. Alec Bohm stands in for the Phillies. Bohm, the 3rd overall pick in the 2018 draft out of Wichita State. Just missed. Patrick Johnson calling the balls and strikes.
Pretty standard zone for Johnson. Sometimes he might get a little jumpy, a little excited and expand the zone, but usually you at least feel like the pitcher on the mound is earning it, and that's important because you got to make players earn it.
The 1-1 is fouled off. The 1-2. Struck him out looking. And he's registered 3 Ks in this one.
Well, just excellent location on that inside fastball. Really locked him up. And as a hitter, it's not typically what you're looking for. You're trying to protect away and then in, so you can be a little bit tardy with 2 strikes. Hard to tell if he was fooled or if he thought it would be called a ball, but either way, that's a really nice pitch.
One down, Phillies down a run. Popped up. Jimenez settles underneath it, and there are 2 outs.
Batting 5th, the right fielder, Adolis.
In steps Adolis Garcia, also known as El Bombi. And first offering is fouled off. Two down, nobody on. Close, but called a ball. And 1-1.
Had some cut action to it. Velocity pretty good on that slider. So far, moving the ball around nicely.
The 1-1 is fouled off. On the ground to third. That is the inning. Phillies down in order. They trail here 1-0. Bottom of the inning. And now for the Jays, Jesus Sanchez.
Ball, that's high.
Popped in the air, left field. Marsh under it. 1 down.
Batting 7th, the third baseman, number 7, Jusuma Okamoto.
Just missed. Next offering in there for a strike. And that is strike 1. This one in the air center field. Crawford on his way over. Pulls it down and he makes the catch. And there's two away.
The second baseman, Ernie Clement.
Next to hit, Ernie Clement. The 0-1. High fly ball, right field. Garcia under it. And that is the third out of the inning. We played 2 innings. It's 1-0. New inning getting started. Here's the Phillies catcher, JT Realmuto. This one smoked on its way out of here. He wastes no time on this one, and it ties it up. It's 1-1. He only needed one swing to square it up.
Not wasting any time in that at bat, Boog. Aggressive, and it paid off. A good hitter gets pitch recognition early. He saw exactly where that was going to be. The challenge, not get over anxious and come out of your swing. He stayed on it and got all of it. Oh, you just got to delete it. You give up that leadoff home run. Go back to work. Focus on this next batter.
The 1-0.
A healthy cut. Tough pitch at 98, but a really good pass at the ball.
And that is out of play. Nobody on, nobody out with a run in. We're here in the top half of inning number 3. Swing and a ground ball. Not in time. He's safe.
Well, that's one of those where you just have to tip your cap because he couldn't have played that one any better. Stood no chance with the speed running down the line.
So digging in, Justin Crawford. And there's a foul ball. Stop. Aboard here at first with nobody out. On the ground. And it goes just foul. The 0-2. Swings and misses. It's a strikeout. And that's 4 strikeouts. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Swings through that one for strike 2.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
And this one looks like trouble. Rounds third, headed for the plate. He'll score. The Phillies take the lead.
Mission accomplished there as he picks up the RBI to give him the lead. I love the approach he had right there with that pitch. Not trying to do too much, but still looking to drive it, and that's exactly what he's able to do into the opposite field gap for the double.
1 out, runner at second. Kyle Schwarber comes up to hit here. Gets the call. 0-1. He'll challenge, thought that was a ball. And after review, it was a ball. Good eye. Still 2 challenges left for them. Man at second.
Well, he gave up the home run earlier in this inning, not pitching as aggressively here.
That one finds the zone, and it's 2-1. High fly ball, right field. This could go the distance. Home run. Schwarber with a rocket. It's their second home run of the inning, and they tack on to their lead. It's 4-1.
That's some Schwarber power for you right there. Knew what pitch he wanted to hit. Spent on some other pitches in this at bat. Was very patient, and it paid off.
Foul ball there. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
Well, a really rough inning out there on the mound. And this is one of those where you learn a lot about.
Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. Drops for a hit. He couldn't run it down. And into second with one away. That's a double.
He was all over that one. This was a really nice swing. Didn't quite get enough behind it to get it out of here. But once it got over his head in left field, it was extra bases all the way.
One out, runner at second. And here comes Alec Bohm. Out to short. Jimenez throws to first in time. He's 0 for 1. Left field. Tracks it down for the out. And that's the third out. But 2 round trippers in this inning. The long ball was working. It's now a 4-1 ball game. Set for the bottom of the third. And now for the Jays, Andres Jimenez. This to center field. Crawford moving in on this one. Makes the grab after a long run. 1 away.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the designated hitter, number 4, George Springer. Here we go, George. Hey!
Chop back up the middle. Turner with the throw to first. And 2 straight set down to begin the bottom of the third.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the right fielder.
2 outs, base is empty. Now the number 2 hitter, Addison Barger. On the ground, right side, puts the tag on him, and that's the inning. Down in order go the Blue Jays, and this is still a 4-1 ball game. Back here at Rogers Center, all set for the start of the inning. Well, he's been knocked around pretty good so far, but they've got him back out there at least to begin the inning.
Yeah, and you wonder just the strength and perhaps the health of that bullpen for him to go back out there. But he's taking this one for the team. Perhaps he can stabilize things and the offense can score some runs for him.
Hot shot, and he can't knock it down. Around first, heading for 2. And he's into second with nobody out.
Everything came together for him. Got the top of the ball a little bit, but not much. That was hit pretty hard through the infield, so I think he'll be happy with that swing. Definitely generated some good bat speed.
Runner in scoring position, no outs. Here's JT Realmuto. That one misses. Ball one. Is there a debate to be had about shutting him down, maybe to preserve some bullets given the score?
Absolutely. When you consider over the course of a long season, guys putting a lot of stress on that elbow, on that shoulder, but you also have to pry the ball out of a hand of a guy like this because he's so competitive.
Runner in scoring position, nobody out. Top half of inning number 4. This to third. Fires over to Guerrero. That's the first out in the top of the 4th.
The batter in the box, second baseman, Bryson Stott.
And that one clips the corner.
Backdoored him with a breaking ball, just got the corner. There's nothing you can really do with that.
That's a bullet, but it goes foul. Man at second. And he hits a ground ball right side in plenty of time to first. 2 away.
Up next for Philadelphia, the center fielder, number 2, Justin.
So digging in now for Philadelphia, Justin Crawford. Went down on strikes his first time through. Right through there for a strike. Garcia on third with 2 out. Drilled in the air out towards right center. Varsho gets under it. And that'll do it. Phillies strand 1, but they lead it 4-1. Bottom of the 4th, and now for the Jays, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Guerrero Jr.
Well, these Jays just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. I think things are happening a little quicker than this offense would like, and we see it in the numbers. They're hitting into a lot of outs early in the at-bat.
The 1-1. Liner caught it second.
Up next, the
And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one.
number 5, Shelton Marco.
The Blue Jays trailing by 3. We're here in the bottom of the 4th. The other way. That's out number 2.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the catcher.
2 down, bases empty. Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. Fly to left his first time. Kirk in his 6th season, 27 years old, and he's a native of Mexico.
Back-to-back fastballs in. That last one called for a strike. Probably go away, but look for him to come back in there to try to finish you off.
Fastball right back to the mound. Throws to first in time. 3 up, 3 down, inning over. It's the Phillies 4 and the Blue Jays 1. Back now in Toronto. We go to the top of the 5th. Trey Turner stands in for the Phillies. That one ripped left field. Now a relay to second. Not in time. That's a leadoff double.
Well, here we are, 3rd time through the order, and this is where we see the OPS jump up. Manager might have to go to the bullpen a little bit sooner than he anticipated.
Runner takes off. Pulled hard, but it's a foul ball. Man at second. He swings and fouls one off. Fouled off the plate. They'll do it again. Here's the 0-2.
Also really good at bat. What I like about this guy, his bat stays in the zone for a long time. Gives him the ability to foul off tough pitches.
Comes up empty as he chases that one in the dirt. Kirk to first. Runner steals third, though they get the out on the dropped strike 3.
Well, it's a good job of completing the strikeout at first base, but the one downside is it did allow that runner from second to move up to third, and that's with one out. They've got more ways now to get him home, and that makes it another strikeout situation coming up.
Harper in the box now. Takes strike 1. Ripped to short. Jimenez throw to first. There for the out. Runner scores from third. Dylan Cease is done, and it's going to be a start that he'd like to get a redo on. Not his best. Back with the new arm in a minute. New pitcher now for the Jays, Angel Bastardo.
Well, they didn't get much length out of their starter in this one, so they've got a lot of outs to eat up in that bullpen. I think they'll look for some length out of him right here if they can get it.
That one close, ruled a ball. And that is ball 1. Foul ball. Two down, nobody on. Swings through that one out in front that time. Good eye right there.
Really good slider. He's up there just hoping that it ends up off the plate away.
Got him. And that will end the inning. Last half of the 5th coming up. It's the Phillies 5 and the Blue Jays 1. We head to the bottom of the 5th. And now for the Jays, Jesus Sanchez.
He's pitching well, but not throwing a ton of first pitch strikes. Usually doesn't work out for success, but you can never predict baseball.
And that's a fair ball. Takes the turn. He's digging for second. Here comes the throw. In safely. It's a leadoff double in the 5th.
That was a thing of beauty. He may have been a little behind the pitch, but by getting that barrel into the hitting zone early on in his swing, he was able to meet it and still shoot a line drive down the line and left. Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game. Well, these Blue Jays just haven't produced as many competitive at-bats as I'd like to see in this one. They're swinging early, being aggressive, but 1 or 2 pitches later, the at-bat is over. That's not going to cut it if it's not resulting in hits, so they might want to be a little more selective up there.
Oh and 2 now. Ground ball left side. Slings it across, and that's the first out in the bottom of the 5th.
The batter, number 22, second baseman, Ernie.
So now with 1 away and a man at second. So up next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. Flied to right his first time.
Yep, that ball went out. Nope, that's off the plate. Ball 2.
There's a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the strike zone, but I'm sure as a hitter, Not too good with where it was located. Very top of the strike zone, middle away.
In the air, out towards right center. Garcia on the move, and he makes the catch. Runner tags at second, and he's up to third safely with 2 gone.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the shortstop, R2G22.
In the air to left center. Turner has a beat on it. He's got it. And that is that. Blue Jays held in check. They're down here 5-1. Out of the bullpen for the Jays, Mason Fluharty.
Bringing in the lefty with the left-handed hitter coming up to hit. Classic bullpen move right here, so we'll see how it works out.
Nice grab. Fires to first, and very nicely done for the out.
Really nice job to get your first out of the ball game.
Up next for Philadelphia, the right fielder, Adolis Garcia.
Right through there for a strike.
All right, now he may have not liked either of those first 2 pitches or agreed with the umpire's calls, but at this point he's going to have to bear down and be ready to hit anything close to the zone.
Fights it off. He'll see another. The 0-2. Struck him out without a swing. That was pretty nasty. And now it is JT Realmuto. He blasted one out earlier in the 3rd.
Just a solo home run, but an important swing of the bat in this game. We've already seen him do it once. Can he do it again?
Two down, nobody on, and we're the top half of the 6th. Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. Gets a piece and stays alive. Two down, nobody on. Swings and misses, struck him out. Phillies go down quietly in the inning. They lead this one, though, 5-1. Bottom of the 6th. Now here's the leadoff man for the Blue Jays, George Springer.
George Springer.
Luzardo back to work. Out towards right center field. Crawford under it. Takes it in for the out.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the right fielder, Addison Barger.
Lifted in the air, right center field. And it falls. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the first baseman,
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now.
That's a ball.
Now these guys definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ball game.
And the 1-0. That clips the corner. And there's a base hit to left. Quick throw back in. Lead runner holds at second with one gone. And there's a strike. Breaks his bat and pops it up. And there's two down.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the catcher, Alejandro.
Two outs, runners at first and second. And here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
Nope, that's a ball.
The lefty, the 1-0. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike. The Jays with a chance to get back into it here in the bottom of the sixth. That one almost got him.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Ripped into center, base hit. Coming home. He'll score easily. It's 5-2.
Well, that gets him a little closer in this one. That pretty much split the zone down the middle, and those are the ones where you got to make them pay.
Right through there for a strike. Two on, two outs. Now a high fly ball out to left center. Crawford turns to the right on the move. That is the inning. But the RBI single pushes across a run. It's now 5-2. Back here at Rogers Center, top of inning number 7, Bryson Stott nods in for the Phillies.
You know, these Phils, digging into their numbers, have to be happy with the swings they're taking. Everything seems to be clicking, and the 6 extra base hits in the game kind of tells you everything you need to know. They're not getting fooled up there at all.
Next offering is fouled back. And a ball and 2 strikes. Fans another, and that's 3 straight strikeouts.
Boog gets talked about a lot, but a good high fastball in a 2-strike situation, it's just become such a problem for hitters in more recent years. I mean, with all of the emphasis by pitchers on developing that spin rate, having a good grip on the baseball, those high fastballs, they kind of look like to the hitter that they're rising, even though they're not, but they're not decreasing in velocity and spin rate. So very difficult to get the barrel on it.
The 1-1. Line drive, base hit, right center field. And that's a 1-out single. So back to the top of the order. Trey Turner at the plate. Late swing fouled off. Turner pops it up. Clement. And there's 2 away.
That was a good pitch to hit right down the heart of the plate. Had pretty good timing on it. Just got underneath it a little bit and popped it up.
Ripped, but it curls foul.
Ball.
Crawford, the runner at first with 2 gone. Smoked on the ground a second. Gets it to first. Schwarber out of the play. And that is the inning. 1 left for Philadelphia. They're still out in front 5-2. We're back in a new pitcher here to start the bottom of the 7th. Jose Alvarado. Kazuma Okamoto digs in now. The Blue Jays in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at bat out of him right here.
In the air out to center. Long run, tracks it down. And there's 1 away.
The batter, number 22, second baseman, Ernie Clement.
That breaking ball drops in for a strike. Action in the pen down there. Brad Keller, the hard-throwing righty, is up and loosening. Pop getting loose as well.
Ball.
Alvarado, the lefty who lights up the radar gun. 30 years old now, and he was born in Venezuela. Laced into left. That's a base hit. And a man aboard.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Here's Andres Jimenez.
Now this team is definitely looking for a big swing of the bat right here. Try to close that gap. But, you know, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important to getting back into this ballgame.
Line to left. Fair ball. Fires to third. Not in time. He's safe.
The designated hitter, number 4, Joel Ringer.
That one finds the zone. Strike 1.
Really good job in this spot to get ahead in the count. He's going to have to finish off this hitter.
Tying run at the plate. Now there's a bullet down the line. And it stays fair. 1 runs in. Coming around third is Jimenez. He scores all the way from first. So just a brutal throwing error that time.
Big swing of the bat right there. Just clutch hitting to get him back within 1. Now a huge at bat in this game coming up.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout, and he'll make a move for the bullpen. Jose Alvarado won't go any further. And he's responsible for the runner on second, so the book isn't closed on him yet. We'll be right back. So they bring on the veteran, Tanner Banks.
Pretty big spot he's coming into, trying to strand that runner at second base. So he's going to need to make some quality pitches. He does have first open if he needs to use it.
And now the right fielder, Addison Barger. In there for strike one. So the tying run at second. Swing and he popped it up. Turner on his horse. Makes the grab. Goes to second. Safe there.
The first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
And that's in for a strike. 0-1. Man on second, 2 down. In the air to left center. Marsh on the move to the gap. He's got it. And the inning is over.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
We go to the 8th. And now for the Phillies, Bryce Harper.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
That one is hammered right field. Carrying well. And it is gone. A solo shot. And they tack one on the board. It's 6-4.
A little more breathing room is always a good thing in baseball, and now they have it. That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay. Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Nobody on, nobody out with a run in, and we're in the top of the 8th. Comes up empty. That's strike 2. Swing and a ground ball. Fair ball.
Up next is
Mason Fluhart done for the afternoon. 2-1 ball game as he heads for the dugout, and we'll be back with a new pitcher. So they turn things over to the righty, Tommy Nance.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And that one sliced foul. The 0-1. Swing and a miss at a slider.
2 really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
And a base hit. Lead runner touches second, headed for third. And they're at the corners with nobody out.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense. Kind of a risky pitch coming inside with the breaking ball like that. You have to bury it. Otherwise, it's not too difficult to get the bat to it like he did that time.
Got it started a little too early. Strike 1.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss. If he makes contact with that pitch, probably hits into a double play.
Boom on third. Marsh at first with no outs. Hit on the ground to the right side. And that's a fair ball. 1 run is in. Now the throw comes in. Runner holds at third.
big at bat to pad their lead up to 3. Even though he was really late on it, he clearly barreled the ball because that one was ripped down the line. He had to be really short with that swing, not get beat by that pitch.
It'll bring up JT Realmuto. He's already homered in this game. Hit on the ground to short. Fires over to Guerrero. And that is a big first out. Calling for the intentional walk, and that loads up the bases. And the force play is now in order. All loaded up. Justin Crawford stands in for the Phillies. He's 1 for 3, picked up his first major league hit earlier.
Well, there's no time for him to be reflective right now, but you know he will be later on. The pressure's off a little bit with that first knock out of the way, though.
Strike 2. So they're all loaded up. Stays alive. One, 2 now. Keeps the at bat going with a foul ball. And a foul ball. He stays alive. Still only 1 out here in the inning. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. That one is absolutely belted. That's got a chance. And he makes the play on the warning track. Runners tagging from second and third. 1 run across. In there. He's safe. And the lead is up to 5. That one fouled off. And that's in there for a strike, and quickly 0-2. To the right side, Clement tosses to first, and they get Turner for the out. That'll end the inning after a lot of scoring. So 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. Last half of the 8th coming up. It's the Phillies 9, the Jays 4. Bottom of the 8th, and now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. Stirring in the Phillies bullpen, Jonathan Bolin appears to be getting loose. Pop also getting ready. And now the 0-1. Up the middle. Stop. The throw to first. And that's 1 away as the leadoff man is out in the 8th.
Next for the Blue Jays, the catcher, Alejandro.
The Phillies leading by 5 here in the bottom half of the 8th inning. And that one hammered way back there. Can't make the catch as it falls into the gap. Relay to second, and he's safe. It's a wall ball double.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Loud contact leads to the double. I mean, you could tell it had extra bases written all over it as it jumped off of his stick.
And Next for Toronto, Jesus Sanchez. 1 for 3. Just off the outside edge, and it's 1-0. Man at second. Here's a 1-1. Swing and a foul out of play. Got him. That's out number 2.
That was a tough slider right there. He couldn't get a piece of it just to try to keep the at bat alive. And hitters will tell you that slider, when a guy's able to really tunnel the pitch where it looks like a fastball and then late has really good bite, so tough to lay off of, because you've made the decision you don't want to get beat by a fastball, and then you swing and you miss. You go back to the dugout shaking your head.
A new pitcher in the game, Zach Pop.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
0 for 3 so far in his debut.
Yeah, great time to get that batting average off the runway here.
Man on second, 2 down. Hit softly on the ground to third. Boom. Now the throw to first on the run. It's there, and that's a great play. 1 left for Toronto. They trail it here 9-4. Back now in Toronto. So here's the Phillies DH, Kyle Schwarber. And first offering is fouled off. Breaking ball through there for a strike. High fly ball lifted in the air right field. Barger moving under it. And there's 1 down.
Up next for Philadelphia, the first baseman, number 3, Bryce Harper.
Hammered down the right side, but foul. The 0-1, and that's in for a strike.
Well, he had a pretty good look at that pitch and not sure exactly what tied him up there. Couldn't pull the trigger, and perhaps the best pitch he'll see in this at bat to hit.
To the right side. Clement flips it. Nicely done for the out.
Up next for Philadelphia, the third baseman, Alex Bohm.
2 outs, base is empty. And now Alec Bohm. Base knock right field. Joey gets on base and keeps it going.
Up next for Philadelphia, the left fielder, Brandon Mark.
Now the 0-1. Breaking ball in there for a strike.
And a bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
In the air, right field, and that'll do it. Phillies strand 1. They're on top, however, 9-4. Back here at Rogers Center, bottom 9. Ernie Clement now at the plate.
Well, that's really the money spot, down and away. If you can locate that consistently, it's going to be real tough for hitters to square that up. That's what you love to see relievers do coming out of that bullpen.
0-1 now. Short hop liner, handled it short to first,
He's out.
and they get the leadoff man in the ninth.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the shortstop, Andre Jimenez.
The 0-1. Ground ball right side, and that one handled. Slings to first in time.
Up next for the Blue Jays, the designated hitter, number 4.
So they're down to their final out. So up next for Toronto, George Springer.
Ball that's outside.
Two down, nobody on. Here in the last half of inning number 9. Line to second, snagged on the bounce. And what a play! Ball game.
Sometimes road trips can be tough. You're away from your family, but when you can win, silence that opposing crowd, it makes things just a little bit better, makes the road trip just a little bit shorter.
9-4, our final score. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. Thanks for joining us.